Now, welcome to another Meme Monday, which means I will once again be reacting to memes that are hand-selected by my wife, Sailor Naboo, whether they be from Discord or sent in to the email address in the description below, the Sailor Naboo email address. All right, let's kick this off right away with meme number 1. When Mando didn't put chicken nuggies in your lunchbox. What is it with kids and chicken nuggets?
I think that's all they eat now.
Is it? Where were we?
Chicken and dino nuggies.
Where were we not long ago where a kid just had an episode in a restaurant
I
about
don't remember.
not being able to have chicken nuggets?
No, but some kid threw a temper tantrum. Did they just not serve them there was the problem?
I think they didn't serve them, and that was beyond comprehension to this child.
Every kid's menu everywhere has to have chicken nuggies, or there's riots in the streets.
I think it was a Japanese. Was it a Japanese restaurant?
I think you're right. We were at a Japanese restaurant, and there weren't chicken nuggies.
Yes, oddly enough, they do not have.
No,
they didn't have chicken nuggets.
No, I think they had to end up ordering adult-sized tempura, chicken tempura for them.
Yes, but that child, that was an unhappy child.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Maybe the parents should have researched that first, or maybe gotten the dependency under control.
One of those things where the mom always has everything you could ever imagine in the purse. Just have an order of McDonald's chicken nuggets in the purse, in a warmer in there somewhere, just in case.
Just in case.
I mean, I think we have an invention right there. The chicken nuggie warmer for your purse, just in case you needed to placate your child in a restaurant. Anyway, next, your thoughts dwell on your mother. She is still a slave, sir. I'm not asking you to free everyone, but can someone bring Watto a form of payment he will take so my mom can move here and clean the refreshers or something? Just a simple job.
That simple.
Imagine how the galaxy changes if that's what Anakin had said, and the council was like, you know what? We can do you that. We'll send some payment. We'll get her out of there. She can clean our toilets. Cool. Everybody's happy. Well, I don't know how happy she is, but at least Anakin doesn't go dark side one day, probably. Right?
Probably.
I mean, maybe Shmi does clean it up after the Jedi. You know, who knows what goes on in their refreshers, but... All right, I've gone too far.
Yeah.
Next, George Lucas spends hours designing a new non-human looking alien species that looks realistic and plausible and very cool. Disney just paints his face white. I still think that's a ripoff of Hellraiser. That is Hellraiser, and they took the pins out.
Let's not talk about Hellraiser.
No, let's not talk about Hellraiser. But a good point. I mean, hours upon hours went into the work on the left, and minutes upon minutes went into the work on the right. I'm sure it's actually more than that, but a little.
Hours and days versus hours.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to let that ruin my potential enjoyment of Kenobi, but a little more effort, I think, could have been had here. Yeah, it is kind of low effort. I mean, that looks fan film, right? I mean, if I saw that in a fan film, I'd be like, hey, even that's kind of not as good as you could do. I'm kidding. Let's move on next. Palpatine watching the events of The Force Awakens from a distance. Somehow, Poe Dameron has returned. Yeah, no one really questions the Poe return too much, do they?
No, we just let it go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we didn't realize that was going to be a common theme in the sequels, just people coming back without really an explanation, and it maybe not making too much sense. I mean, let's be honest, if Poe was thrown from the TIE fighter, shouldn't he have been killed or severely wounded?
No, that doesn't wound a person in Star Wars.
Oh, I suppose falling damages.
It doesn't count.
Is mitigated in Star Wars yet. So maybe he just fell and got back up and... how far away did he fall from the crash, though?
Don't analyze too much. You're making my brain hurt.
I'm doing it. Next, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace has the strangest ending. Who put this one up?
I
refuse to answer.
I protect my sources.
It's good, but next. Bring back Mace Windu, please. Peekaboo. I don't think that's a please type look. That's you're about to get a purple lightsaber to the gut kind of look if you don't bring him back.
Kenobi doesn't make these decisions.
So what do you think the odds are of Mace Windu being in Kenobi?
0.
Okay. Okay, we're on the same page. I would say 0.0001 because you just never know, I guess. Next. How multiple traffic lights in a row looks. Okay. How multiple traffic lights in a row feels. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know about that. Don't we have by the interstate?
Yeah,
right by us.
There's a
stretch of 6 of them in a row in about a quarter mile.
It's rough.
And it looks just every time I go there now, I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna think, darn, I'm Obi-Wan, and on the other side of this is Maul killing my master. How sad.
Oh, next.
Overlords apologize. Will reset simulation to 2015. So we just wanted to see what you would do, explained spokesman. So the lizard people are responsible for these last few years of things going not so well for humanity, perhaps, and just cooperation and understanding and everything, right? It really does feel about 2015, doesn't it? I think, about when The Force Awakens came out, that's when politics and
entertainment.
I mean, there's always been a degree of it in entertainment, but I think nowadays more than ever, people really turn to entertainment to get away from politics, and that's when politics is like, we're going to take over entertainment more than ever. Mm-hmm. And so that's why we've had this issue, and it's all apparently blame the lizard people. Well, can we reset right before The Force Awakens? Never mind. Next. When I kill you, I will have killed the last Jedi. LOL, did you forget about Joe? Who's Joe? Joe Mama. He forgot about Joe.
He did forget about Joe. He forgot about Leia.
Yeah, he forgot about Leia. How did he forget about Leia? That's his mama. And that's his sister. It's really weird, isn't it, that Luke would use this? A Joe Mama joke a Yo Mama joke in the sequels. I couldn't imagine them doing something like that, actually.
Yeah, it's tasteless.
Yeah. Next. In Endgame, Korg is playing at PS4 even though it's 2025. This is because the PS5 is still out of stock. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Still have never seen one in the store. I don't know that I've ever talked to anybody who's seen one in the store.
I don't know.
I don't think they exist.
Every time I make it to a website, they're sold out again, so...
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe someday. Hopefully before Knights of the Old Republic remake. But who knows? Maybe they'll have like a special edition which has,
Oh, it'll be sold out
a special star. Oh my god, will that be sold out?
Even people who already somehow got a PS5 will be getting a new one.
Yeah, well, everybody will be scarfing it up and selling it on eBay. But if they did something like that, a Star Wars Old Republic PS5, oh my goodness. That's got eBay written all over it. Next. Hey, Anakin, I've just subscribed to Disney Plus because of Obi-Wan. Well, yeah, I mean, isn't that why? Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody's going to subscribe for that.
Not everyone.
No. Well, some will use that week. They'll wait until it's done, and then they'll use that, week week-long trial. Not that it's a week trial.
They'll use their free subscription.
We use their free...
And then they'll make a new email address and make another one when the time is right.
Does that work?
I don't know. I don't know.
It sounds like it shouldn't, but it probably does.
Possibly. I mean, with VPNs, you can...
Yeah. Maybe you might need a new phone number, though, too. But do they actually check your phone? I don't know.
Burner phone, man.
Well, at that point, if you're buying a burner phone, maybe just subscribe to Disney. Then again, maybe you don't want to give Disney your money, and that's the whole problem.
You start registering anyone in your contact list for free subscriptions using their phone numbers.
It's not a bad idea. I think you're onto something.
No, it's a horrible idea, and it shouldn't be done. Onward.
Next. Luke, help me take this mask off. But she'll die. So, Vader was prepared.
Vader was always prepared.
Vader was always prepared. But he was particularly prepared for this.
Yes, he was.
All right. Next. You're not actually going into an asteroid field. It's all right. You'll feel right at home. Dude. Too soon. It's only been a couple years. Soon. That's something that's... It's never okay to joke about a planet being blown up.
Dude.
Next. Oh.
We're at the section of your Lord of the Rings Denethor extravaganza, I guess.
It's a Denethor portion of the show, I see. When Boromir dies, but Faramir survives. This has been the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, maybe ever. Maybe ever. I mean, Faramir, Boromir, it's not really a competition, is it? You'd pick Faramir, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Traitor!
Boromir was tempted. Way too tempted.
He was tempted from the start. Like, the first time he saw the ring.
Faramir's like, let them go.
He was at the council, and he saw the ring, and he's like, yep, I'm making that my own. Next. What about second breakfast? He's right. It's a meal we can't afford to lose. Nice. So this is what the Jedi... when there's no war or anything big to discuss, that's probably what the Jedi are talking about, right?
Absolutely.
Like the lunch menu. Where we
Even
ordering.
the person that's a hologram wants second breakfast.
I mean, can you imagine how hard it is to agree on where we're ordering from? We're on Coruscant, a planet that is just a giant city that probably has every meal option from across the galaxy.
DoorDash is probably booming on Coruscant.
Oh my goodness, yes. This video is not sponsored by DoorDash either.
No.
I'm just kidding. But no, I would imagine every planet probably has their own little, food. You can never sample it all. Even if every day we're ordering from a different place. Next. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Who is Anakin? Damn it, wrong volcano. So who's on the wrong volcano? Is
Obi-Wan.
Are we sure? Or did Frodo bring the ring? Can the ring be destroyed on Mustafar? It can create Anakin or create Vader and destroy the One Ring. Makes sense to me.
Absolutely it does.
Next. Do you wish I had died in the Sarlacc instead? Yes, I wish it. Well, I mean, maybe Boba should have stayed in the pit. I don't know. Then again, we would have missed some really good episodes of The Mandalorian.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding. Boba Fett's fine. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't hate it. Could have been better. Next. The breakfast Denethor prepared. Jeez. So, poor Faramir got the crust. Now, that's what happens to the crust. You give it... Is that how you do it?
Absolutely, that's how you do it.
For your favorite child, you make the sandwich, and then you give the crust to your least favorite child.
How I would do it if I was doing something like that is I would make it a fried egg sandwich. The little egg you'd put it make the fried egg in the little bear head, and then take the crust and put it on the frying pan, and put an egg into it so that you could mold the egg into the empty spot, and you flip it and you have a nice little toasty bread sandwich.
Now you're getting me hungry for second breakfast.
How about first?
True.
All right, move on.
Next. The ring must be destroyed. What about the joint attack on the Wookiees? Who's this guy? My sword, my axe, my force powers, my lightsaber? I don't know. I mean... Could
a lightsaber cut through the ring?
Interesting. I think we got a debate here. We'll leave that one in the comments below. Can a lightsaber destroy the One Ring?
Depends if the Kyber crystal was forged in Mount Doom.
Well, what about if it's Beskar? What if the One Ring is made of Beskar?
Exactly. Then it can't.
But what if he just... eventually would it melt it? How long can Beskar withstand a lightsaber?
This isn't a question for me. It's a question for somebody much higher up on the Disney chain
I didn't know you were on the Disney chain.
Yeah, Nick. I'm a subscriber. It means I'm on the chain somewhere, right?
No, to Disney Plus. Yeah, you're at the bottom of the chain. You're the one.
So I'm on the chain.
Yeah, you're the favorite part. You're their favorite part of the chain. The one who gives them the money. Next, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Boromir edition and the Faramir edition.
The Faramir was
the original. Yeah, the original one was the Boromir edition, according to Denethor, of course. According to a lot of fans too, I'd imagine. Yeah, I don't know. People tell me Battlefront 2 got much better. I only played the story and then a couple games, and that was it. Mm-hmm. But they tell me it's much better, so maybe I give it another shot someday. I'm unlike Denethor ever giving another shot to Faramir. I'm a better father already. Next. He was the chosen son. It was said that he would destroy the enemy, not be killed by them. Bring balance to my heart, not leave it in darkness. Oh my goodness. I don't know if...
he was your brother, Faramir. I loved him.
I don't know if this was a good thing that we've started with the... not that it already wasn't out there, but I feel like we've started something here. Or maybe...
only in your imagination.
In our own little corner of the internet, we have started something beautiful and horrible at the same time. Next. I have taken a Skillion. Your brother would have taken Angmar. Not with 10,000 men could you do that, though. Boromir would have marched right into Mount Doom with just a couple of clone troopers and taken Angmar and killed the Witch King of Angmar as well. Mm-hmm. That's what a good son does, Faramir. Next. What about the second lightsaber? Yeah, what about second lightsaber?
No, don't tell Aragorn about second lightsaber.
Next. I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire. Whatever you did, you've been officially labeled a disturber of the peace. The hobbits are... The Frodos. The hobbits are always so... they always try to look at the bright side. You're just a disturber of the peace. You're not the enslaver of the galaxy or anything.
True.
You gotta admire their optimism, right? They always look at the brighter side of things. And then they eat second breakfast. Next, Denethor. This one sparks joy. Denethor, this one does not spark joy. Aww.
It's very sad.
It is. I'm starting to feel bad for Faramir more so than I did.
You didn't before?
Not really, but now that he's being, everybody's pointing it out just how bad it was. He got the crust, for crying out loud. He didn't even get his own sandwich. That's how I judge a hard childhood, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, release them. You know the laws of our country, the laws of your father. Love first, son only. No wizard allowed, and if 2 hobbits plus thing with a ring are captured, don't release the plus thing. Does it have to be with the thing, or is it just 2 hobbits?
These are very specific rules, though.
That is very specific. If it includes a golem, a creature named golem.
No, just a thing.
Just a thing, okay.
2 hobbits and thing with a ring.
Thing with a ring. I like it. Mm-hmm. That's why he created the law, just to rhyme.
Yeah. Dr. Denethor.
All right, next. No matter what comes through that gate, you will stand your ground. Yeah, nobody stands their ground against any Star Wars character in a hallway. Vader, Maul, Luke. You don't do that. You get out of that.
You get out of
Especially Vader. That was
brutal.
Brutal indeed.
And brilliant.
Brutal and brilliant. I agree. Next, finally some good having rabbit soup. But where are the taters? Boil them, mash them, you stick them in a stew.
I know. He's a harder critique than Gordon Ramsay.
He is, yeah. Yeah, you eat the fish raw and wiggling too, right?
No, you cook it.
Oh. Yeah. Well, Thing doesn't like it cooked. All right, well, it looks like that's all we've got for you this time. Now it's your turn to take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of this week's memes, or send them in to Sailor Naboo at the email address in the description below, or post them in the Discord if you're one of the patrons who can do that. Either way, leave your comments below. Tell us what you think. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.